We were briefed just to make it as violent as we could.
A fight sequence in the shower and the prison. And that was always going to be challenging because, you know, the showers were on, people are naked, it's quite a violent scene and the floor was very slippery, you know, so we had to do a lot of work to make sure everything was safe. We still wanted it to look as grimy and messy as possible.
It's quite an epic fight scene, which I think audiences will love when they see it because it's gritty and it's real.
There was nothing we didn't incorporate. We had elbows, headbutts, knees, groin hits. We did a fight in Lasers nightclub and it was a boodoy crashing in on Joey. It was just a great fight, and I think the reason we liked it so much was because it was fast, it was contained. To film it in the limited time we had, we managed to pick up pretty well all of it that we choreographed, and there were some really unique aspects in it. Eddie was sitting in the locked toilet where they were selling the drugs from. The wall got smashed in by a sledgehammer. Then he's supposed to get robbed, but the way we did it was Eddie grabbed the hammer when it came through the wall and he's struggling with the sledgehammer, and then all of a sudden we've got a boodoy soldier coming through and kicking him through the wall and he goes flying into the other side. That was probably my favourite sequence. The choreography all worked, the visual look in there, all arcade machines in there and the posters on the wall, it just visually looked great because all other fights we did were in back alleyways in the dark.
Put it on that for you?
I know. The way we train the actors for these fights, we sent Lincoln and Claude to do some boxing training before they even started with us. My fight choreographer, Sean Harnett, went along, assessed them himself. Then when we got into the rehearsal phase, we just build on that. Lincoln, he'd done a fair bit of screen fighting before, so he picked things up really quickly. What we tried to show was the bond between the brothers. So you saw Sam training with John at the start when they were in the boot camp, and then as he was getting better, you know, after he got stabbed, then he trained himself back up to a level where he could, you know, fight and walk and live again. Throughout the series, every time there was a fight, we always tried to show the connection between the brothers. Although the hits to faces aren't real, we kind of cheat those with camera angles and reactions. It's all in the head reactions. Body shots quite often do make slight contact. That's real. You can't fake that. That's just a stunt guy putting a few pads on and launching himself towards a wall. He hit the deck pretty hard. They go down as hard as they would in a real fight.
It's been great to have Phil and Sean throughout the process. It's about wanting to be able to let it go once the scene starts. And so having the chance to run through the choreography with the other actor and go through those beats makes it much easier to focus on the performance.
It's hilarious that you have these really masterful stunt performers who are taking the hits and making you look good, but if you were to step off set, even just a meter, and reenact that scene, I mean, they'd thump you.